Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time I'm watching this. I much appreciate it. Welcome back to another thing at Darktide. And before I forget, remember, go down in the description below, use my factor link to support the channel and support you eating some healthy food, or you can use my code BOLTROUND10 at AdvanceGG to get 10% off your order. I also have a Starforge link down there somewhere for 5% off the best PCs in the galaxy. But that's enough shilling. Okay, let's get into it. So we're running sort of a classic Psyker build. I know it's been a while since I've played the Psyker, but, you know, I just felt like playing it, you know? We have the Deimos Mach 4 Sword, 2 stamina, 25% damage to Maniacs, with unstable power and slaughter. The only reason why I have the Maniac damage there is because I greatly dislike Ragers. And then we have the Mach 2 Inferno Force Staff, with 2 stamina when the weapon is active, increased range critical strike by 5%. We have Blaze Away and Warp Nexus. And for the talents, we have Soul Stealer, Quietude, Battle Meditation, Warp Expenditure, Brain Rupture, gotta have Kinetic Flare in there, Psychonetics Order, Kinetic Prescience, Empathic Evasion, one with the Warp, Venting Shriek with Becalming Eruption and Creeping Flames, and we have Kinetic Deflection, Warp Rider, Solidity, Penetration of the Soul, Warp Siphon, Imperium Empowerment, Infire Reborn, and Essence Harvest. That is the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and every time I play Psyker, there's always at least one other Psyker. It's actually going to make me lose my mind one of these days, because of how scary it is. I'm scared! Oh! Ow! What was I going to say? I had a whole thing to say. Nope, I completely forgot. I do remember one thing though. I was watching a podcast earlier by the YouTuber name is Destiny, and he was watching. He was on a. It was like a conversation / mini debate with ContraPoints 40K. If you don't know, ContraPoints 40K is a right wing 40K content creator. You already know my opinion of those people. But the conversation was pretty civil, all things considered, and there was parts of it that were really interesting. Because it's always interesting to hear other people's perspectives, and I don't think ContraPoints 40K, even though he's a right-winger, I don't think he's like some... he's not like a racist. I don't think he's a racist. We probably disagree on a lot of shit, but like he doesn't seem like a piece of shit. At least, compared to the average right-winger in the 40K space. And compared to the average right-winger in the 40K space, he's probably a fucking saint. But and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it political at the start, but they got to the point of talking about minimum wage, and they're even running the same thing as me. It's my Psyker curse is alive and well. Jesus. If you don't know my Psyker curse is that whenever I play Psyker, there's at least always one Psyker on top of, in the match with me, and they're always running pretty much the same thing I am. Now, sometimes that doesn't matter too much, like with the perk staff, but if I'm running Smite, and there's double Smite Psykers, that's just... the vibes are awful. Anyway, where was I? Yes, ContraPoints. Destiny and ContraPoints are very successful YouTubers. Destiny especially is like a literal millionaire, right? He lives in Miami, Florida, makes a lot of money off of YouTube, Twitch, his own website, right? All this sort of stuff. I'm shit. And ContraPoints is obviously a very popular YouTuber. Now, I don't know what his ad revenue is like. I don't really... As far as I know, all he does is just make, like, YouTube discussion or Warhammer discussion topics. So I don't really know, like, how much his ad revenue is. But he's obviously at least a somewhat wealthy guy. He's definitely at least middle class. Now, they got to the point of discussing minimum wage and, like, being, like, lower class and being poor. And it's so crazy how people will say, like, oh, no, I'm not out of touch, I swear. And then they're completely out of touch. Like, they'll be like, oh, well, minimum wage is, like, it's, they're just saying stuff like, oh, you've never had the chance to, like, buy a house or whatever on minimum wage. And it's like, you had to have a roommate. It's like, which is, like, I guess maybe true. But also, like, nowadays you can't just get by with one. I lived. get by with one, and they're like, oh, sometimes you just got to suck it up and be poor. I'm like, ah. And once again, these two are obviously like capitalists, because capitalism has benefited them greatly. So obviously they're not going to shit talk it at all. It's just absolutely insane hearing them talk about like minimum wage and stuff. Like, it was crazy. And like there was one where it's like ContraPoints said a thing where he was like, oh, you know, just be poor, have kids, it's fine. It's like, what? What are you going on about? What a privileged thing to say. Because obviously ContraPoints is not fucking poor. He's very clearly not. He was literally talking about like, oh yeah, I made a bunch of money, I bought guns, ammo, stuff for my YouTube channel, a bunch of this other shit, my kids go to a nice school. It's like, buddy, how can you be so out of touch? It's insane. But once again, these are like older people. They were poor when dollar went further, right? Because like you can say, oh yeah, I was poor as a kid too. I know what it's like, but you don't, right? Because like if you were poor in the '90s or even like early 2000s, pre-2008, your dollar went a hell of a lot further than it does today. And being poor in 2025, like I am, trust me, I know what it's like to be poor. Like, even when I had a job, I was still struggling. And minimum wage in California is not awful. It's $15 an hour. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the most financially responsible person ever, but also, like, the classic thing of I don't think poor people should have to live in squalor. I want to find things in life that I enjoy, and if I spend a little money for it, then that's fine. It's crazy. Like, I'm gonna be real. Even like people, it's just even people like Hassan Piker, who's like Hassan's very much like a left-wing socialist guy, and like Vosh kinda, but I've seen less like Vosh talk about it because Vosh is like more of a hack than most people. But like they're so disconnected. Like, Hassan owns $1 million mansion in LA, and then he literally, when people were, like, criticizing him about, like, oh, the socialist, like, guy who has $1 million house with all this, like, other, like, who lives the most capitalistic lifestyle ever, which is a completely valid criticism, he's like, well, yeah, well, I had to buy $1 million house. It's like, did you? I feel like I brain bursted 3 different pressures. Oh, maybe I didn't. That one died pretty quickly. But yeah, it's just... Streamers are almost 9 times out of 10, unless they have an economics degree, 9 times out of 10 are terrible, like, terrible to listen about, talk about anything economic. Because, like, Destiny and Hassan, I think, and I'll give Vosh his wings, too, a little bit. Like, they know what they're talking about with politics. Now, whether or not I agree with all their politics, that's a whole nother thing. But at least they, like, get what they're talking about. For the most part. Sometimes they'll obviously make a mistake, but, like, streamers, especially streamers who, like, haven't worked a 9-to-5 in, like, years. Because, like, obviously, I don't know what Hassan Piker's old job was. I think he was, like, a filer or something. He worked for his, I think, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know or say things that as if I know. No need to make baseless claims. But, like, Destiny used to work, like, clean carpets, which is a awful sounding job. But, like, he was a streamer, like, just a StarCraft streamer, far before he was, like, a political streamer. He was making way more money even when he wasn't, like, a millionaire. So, it's just, you know. But I think, like, the best example of a streamer who keeps it real was, like, Queso. Because when he was, like, when people were, like, having a discussion of if streaming was harder than 95, he was like, hell no. The whole, like, and his big thing was, like, the difference between streaming and a 9 to 5 that makes the difference is that you can have fun while streaming. Or, like, you're more likely to have fun while streaming. And, like, Ninja also said it really, articulated it really well. Where he was like, yes, 9 to 5, 100% harder than being a streamer. However, there are times where things you have to do as a streamer are harder than things you would have to do as a 9 to 5er. And that makes sense, because obviously, like, Ninja especially, who hosted Times Square, that can't be easy. Right, that's even if, you know, that didn't go well for him. You know? It's very rare that a streamer will be able to keep it real when talking about anything money related. You know, also kind of keeps it real, Ludwig, but in the sense that he just, like, says that he has a lot of money. Oh, phew, man. I didn't even hear the dog until it pounced. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. That's so fucking unlucky. Oh my god, I'm getting pounced. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. That was close. I'm still pissed I get pinned by that dog. I didn't even hear it was going until it pinned me. Oh, thank you. But yeah. I mean, like, as I was saying, to sort of wrap up the conversation I was having, it's the same thing as, like, boomers talking about how easy it was for them to get their job. Meanwhile, like, that environment doesn't exist today. Like, if you were, like, as I said, if you were poor pre-2008, you don't know what it's like to be, like, true, like, and I should say, amend them, if you were poor pre-2008 and are no longer poor, so if you got your money up, not your funny up, then you don't know what it's like to be poor in the modern day. You have no clue. I thought I just killed my Arbiter. I didn't even see him until he exploded. That's my bad. That's on me. I gotta watch him. I gotta catch up on anime, man. I need to catch up on Vigilantes. I need to start watching that rock anime. Not Bochi the Rock. I also gotta watch season 2 of Pantheon Stalking. The rock anime is the geologist anime, if you didn't know. I'm not super into Dan. Just not for me. Also got to catch up on Sakamoto. I kind of stopped reading the manga when the anime came out because I was reading so many manga at the time anyway. I just figured I'd just watch the anime since it was coming out. Kagurabachi, however, continues to be fucking zaced and good as fuck pilled. I did not mean to fall, but I'm down here now. I somehow killed the Crusher. Ow. Oh, that wasn't a gunner, really? There we are. Oh my! I saw the dog, but I didn't see it until it was too late. That one was honestly my bad. That one was a floundering on... The fire tracked me. Very rude. It was a floundering on my end. I was simply not paying attention to what was in front of me. Oh my god, there's so much fire. Oh, come on, I had it. And don't die to dumb things. Whew. In Uma Musume news, I still can't beat TM Opera O's fucking career. I don't know why it's so hard. Like, I got her a B in speed and she still can't outrate, she can't place top 3 in the fucking thing. It's like driving me crazy. It's like, girl, you're so fast. And I don't know how these people are getting SS in their speeds, man. Okay. Okay, the dog's got him. God damn it. You're joking me. I dodged that. Gotta keep backing up. I'm surprised that Arbitrator didn't die, but I guess if nothing was beaten on him, his health wouldn't have gone down. That was almost bad. I tried to pull out my sword, but it didn't pull out. There we are. Should be burning anything near them too. Okay.
We can tend our wounds here.
Shout out to the Zogren, by the way. Ooh. I don't think that's a sniper, yeah. I was hoping it was an elite at least, but it wasn't.
No forgiveness. No mercy. Regretfully, I suppose that is pragmatic.
Go through the portal to metal boxes. Target is within metal boxes. Understand?
Okay, there's a little bit of a horde behind us, but that's okay. Ow!
Initiating crowd control! I take no pleasure in this. Allow me to assist, brute!
I was gonna say, I'm just, oh my god, the fire.
Make it count!
Woo. It reeks so bad that the fact that zombies on the ground will count as a full hitbox.
Raging the Imperium! Flavor quench! The bomber is dead! We have a grabber! The hound is dealt with! Compellingly visceral! I like news of Tertium's sister city, but nobody
There we
can
are.
speak of it.
Okay, it's getting a little dicey here to put it bluntly. Okay, is there a little guy that can explode? Yes, there's a few.
End that shotgun!
Although actually, I don't think I apply soul bliss nearby enemies with brain burst. Maybe I do. I can't remember. I don't think I do actually. Is there a way to check? I don't know. I do not have that. I remember that. I specifically do not have that.
Scout bomber! Demon! Gun! Reaching into the wall!
So I was saying like, oh, this kill will like burn the enemies near him. It won't.
Running! I'm trying to help!
Oh, what, I didn't get them up? Oh, that's toxic. I'm gonna hit him with a my bad. My Psyker curse. Oh, I'm getting fucking rinsed. What the hell, man? I could have sworn I got them up. The fucking... I should have canceled the res when I heard the bomber. But I generally thought I could get it off before... Depending on what this guy has. I think he has the taunt, yeah. Might actually be alright. All you gotta do is like avoid the gunner. And the infinite trapper is now coming for him. There's two types of shotgunless in this world. The one where it spawns infinite trappers, and the one where it spawns none at all. He's got a... Oh, he must not have them all. Ah. Damn. It's visual proof my Psyker's cursed. Alrighty, well, if you missed the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother. Put your bitter teeth. Have a good one. Bye-bye.